Los Angeles Rams are world champions. A Lombardi trophy for Los Angeles. The Los Angeles Rams are world champions. A Lombardi trophy for Los Angeles.
The Ramilia Sports Report is not filmed in front of a studio audience.
What is up, my Ramilia fans of the defending champion? Hold on, I got a problem here. Defending champion NFC West, Los Angeles Rams. I hope. Oh, hold on. There we go. I hope everyone's having a great night. Things didn't go as planned. What had happened was. I'm sorry that I didn't come on yesterday. Stockton's all, why are you driving? So, as you know, we had a 10 a.m. game, right? Wonderful 10 a.m. games. I had stuff to do in the morning, so I got up very early so I could be back in time. When I was on the road, Stafford threw the pick. I was almost home. I didn't mean to not be there right when the kickoff happens. I like to see the pregame show, had stuff to do. 10 a.m. All right, so I was tired. If the Rams won, I would have came on for a little bit so we can bask in the glow of winning. But I was really tired, and I just sat there in my recliner, pissed, shaking my head. So we're gonna go over what happened in the game. I'm gonna bring you some insight that you don't hear anywhere else. Like usual, I like to say, because I look at it from a different ways. You know, probably you guys didn't hear that before about Ernest Jones. And everyone has a way that they do things, but Ernest Jones was the main reason why the Rams defense was so bad. We all knew that, but it's not said. Whenever they bring up the 200-yard games that Saquon Barkley had against us, no one ever says, well, yeah, they didn't have a real starting linebacker. They had Roseboom and Reeder, and then when Reeder got hurt, Omar Speights finally got his. He was learning on the job, and so they were out of position. That's what happens with a great offensive line, and then your linebackers don't know where to go for inexperience and just skill set. As you can see, and also Saquon's also. Let me just put that too. Saquon is not the same player he was last year yet. We'll see if he can still. He's got a lot of carries last year. He's got a lot of carries with the Giants, and it was like a train wreck every time he played. There was multiple people hitting him because the Giants weren't very good. So we'll see if hopefully he's not on the decline, but he still looks very good. He's still imposing. We'll see if he gets better. But the Rams were able to contain him. That's all we need. Everything was perfect. Everything happened the way it should. But remember, one of my keys to the game: don't kick field goals. Get 7 points. And that leads me to my other point. My other point is this: and also too, you should be able to block. If you had to rely, and I say this to the Philadelphia Eagles guys that are coming in, if you had to rely on 2 Hail Mary blocks to win the game, then there's a problem. You pretty much lost, but it didn't work out that way. we forgot how to block. I don't know what was going on. Um, and I know I even was so frustrated. I posted a picture of the center hiking, and he just standing there. Well, I'm like, well, lean to the right, but actually, it wasn't really his fault. That's what he does. But he could have at least stuck his leg out, stuck his leg out wide. Um, but the main thing is because we kept getting stymied and not scoring touchdowns, we're kicking, and let me see real quick. How many field goals did Playboy Cardi actually make before he kicked the last two? Hold on. um, I'm gonna tell you something real quick. Hold on. Let me just look at the number that he did. But yeah, I was just like you. I was sick to my stomach. The other point is Sean and I talked to Stockton about this. Sean McVay, run the effing ball, dude. Run. Side or his Eagle side. I think it was our side. It was like 3rd and 3. So in my mind, because what the Eagles are doing, they basically have 4 downs to get a first down with the tush push. We have 2 downs, 3rd down and 4th down to get 3 yards to get first down and score some more points. Well, I don't mind going for it on 3rd down and throwing a deep pass. That was incomplete. Okay. Now on 3rd down, there's no running, getting back to the line fast, or trying to get them off of a snap count where they don't they like quick hike them, so they're backpedaling. They're not really not backpedaling, but they're not really to shoot off because they didn't really our offensive linemen have an advantage because they can jump right off onto the defensive linemen instead of them getting in there. We're taking our time going to the line, and then we try to run on the right side. Dotson's not there no more, and they stomp it out, and they get the ball right there. Just stuff like that. I'm like, run the effing ball, dude. Okay, so back to Cardi. Let's see. Playboy Cardi. Let's see. Do 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 do. Field goals, fumbles, receiving, defense. The other thing too is we were missing. Well, we'll get to this. We'll get to this, but we were missing. Okay, so he made 4 field goals. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 field goals. The 2 that were missing, it would have been 6 for 6. 4 field goals. So listen to me. When you kick 4 field goals, right, and they're money, right? Guess who's looking at how we're blocking? And then with Dotson out, or Dedek's in there and Bo Lemmer, um, okay, they're seeing how we're blocking them. They're big dudes, big giant dudes. Um, what's his name? Jordan Davis and Jalen Carter. They're seeing how we're blocking them. So the second to last one, the 5th kick, they blocked it. Okay, that sucks, but that happens once in a blue moon, right? Okay, well, where's the special teams coach saying, hey, next time look for this is how they got in, with the guys in the middle, the center not too much, I don't know what he could do because he has to hike the ball and concentrate, but the other 2 guys, the left guard and right guard for the main part, and everyone else too, but show them what to do next. Here's what to look for. This is what they're trying to do. So that way that second one, the main important one, doesn't get blocked. I tweeted out to JB Long. I said, man, you know what? This was an embarrassing field goal blocks. And I said that the special teams coach should have been right to the sidelines with the tablet in hand, showing them what happened, what to look for, what to do next. And if I was McVay, I would have him practice all day on just field goal blocking. That was ridiculous. But This is what happened to us. If I didn't see it, I wouldn't believe it. If it takes 2 Hail Mary kicks, how often are you going to get that to win? And then they call Puka Nacua for flexing. Now, Puka Nacua doesn't have a reputation around the league of being a jerk, being a problem player. As a matter of fact, and I tweeted this, he's got the reputation of the opposite. It would have been cool, and it's not the referee's job to babysit. But before they know, they're not oblivious. They know that this is one of the big games. They probably looked at it. Oh, we got the rematch between the Philadelphia Eagles and Los Angeles Rams. That's going to be a good game. We need to help the game for the viewers get along, not call bullshit stuff, let them play like that. That's a BS call, man. You can't just say, hey, Puka, I'm going to have to flag you next time. Don't do that. What do you mean? The flexing stuff, it could be interpreted as taunting. Oh, okay. That's all it would have took to make the game for the viewers on TV and in the stadium, and don't take away a big play, a first down, a 15-yard penalty. Really? And then they don't call. They got another offsides on fourth down. They could have called that one too. That would have put them back. Um, but that's not why we lost. We lost because we couldn't score in the damn red zone. We took the foot off the gas. And also Devontae Adams. It was a tough catch, but he dropped the ball. The ball was right in the guy defender had his hand on his chest, but the ball still got through, and he was able to get 2 hands on it and dropped it. That sucked too. And then Coleman Shelton, the guy who's supposed to be the veteran presence for Limmer, for Bo Limmer, does some kind of suplex grabbing the guy's legs, and we had a touchdown. That moved us back. We got a field goal instead. The saying that we always say is, the other teams can't beat us, but we can beat ourselves. That's what we did. I'm not blaming the refs. I'm not even blaming the 2 field goals, which that's why they won. But we need to score in the red zone, and we can't do some dumb shit like trying to grab a guy by his legs at the goal line. That can be called. I mean, they're blind, but they're not that blind. They're going to call it on us. You got it's sunny in Philadelphia. You got the beautiful, my guy OJ Willie Bone will agree, the beautiful blue and gold uniforms, shiny, beautiful, and you're grabbing somebody by the legs. Okay, so that got pulled back, and then the Puka, that didn't need to be called, but there's no reason to chance it. Now we know. And then also too, Akilla Witherspoon was not there. 6'2", wingspan, bigger defensive back Akilla Witherspoon wasn't there. So when AJ Brown started to get busy, the guys were they're acting little. Play bigger, play physical within the rules. Be smart about it. I've said this before. If you're a shorter guy, you get in front of the guy and you go like this with the back of your helmet in his face mask. As long as you're looking at the ball, they can catch it. But guess what? Some big-headed fool in the face mask and your shoulders too, you can be physical too. All you have to do is not let him catch the ball. There's different things. I mean, as a shorter dude playing basketball, I was always a stocky guy. I could rebound, man. I know how to box my body out. I would lean on you and time it where I lean back on you and you go down and I go up and grab the rebound in front of you, even though you're a bigger player. Stuff you can do in the secondary. Also, too, I love Chris Shula, defensive coordinator. He's done a hell of a job, right? Where's the double team on A.J. Brown? Now, the other guy was doing stuff too, but I don't care about that little guy. A.J. Brown was manhandling our defensive backs. Double team him, chip him at the line, and then somebody else drop on him. Double team his ass. Don't let him beat us. And then in the end zone, I see here, Ramsdon, not that one, right here. A.J. Brown push off in the end zone. Well, that's okay. They didn't call the Devontae Adams. He wasn't as much push off. But then also too, I didn't like the flop. I don't know if you noticed it, that he did a flop too. That was pathetic. So I just wanted to get that off my chest. The good news is this. The good news is this: the Rams now, and I told you this was going to happen. We can contain a Saquon Barkley. That's a major difference. Now, as far as the passes being made, Jalen Hurts threw some great passes. He also got thumped. That happens. Matthew Stafford was off because the pass rush. You got Dotson was a game time. A couple of days before the game time decision, beat up. Steve Avila's not there. You got backups on that side. Alaric Jackson's doing very well. God bless you, Alaric Jackson. You get a game ball no matter what because you're playing tough. Um, Matthew Stafford had kind of rushed the ball, but it kind of sailed on him a couple times. Couple of balls that Matthew Stafford hits, it keeps the drive going. Um, but yeah, we instead of a 19-7 lead, it should have been way more. Score at least one more touchdown. The Coleman Shelton play, where it was just it was on the wrong. It was away from the ball too. He's right there, but they happened on the left side. You didn't even need that. You got to be more smart, man. You get especially on the road. You had the Eagles fans eating crow. They're over there with their nachos. Man, this tastes like crow. Whack! You had them squeaking, booing the Philadelphia Eagles. Everything was right as I planned, man. I was already telling Stockton, I can't wait for Jimmy Garoppolo to come in. Matter of fact, let's Stetson Bennett get some reps too. So that's the good news. The games, it sucks because we lost, but did we pass the test that we can corral Saquon? Yes, indeed, baby. Yes, indeed. Akila Witherspoon will be back. Forwards played pretty good, but they're too small. They're too little for AJ Brown. So we got to remember that the next time if we play him in the championship game or something. So, but I like a lot of stuff. We haven't unleashed Tutu Atwell. He's got one more in each of the last 3 games. The man has 3 targets. We had a big lead, so I really can't complain. But I would have loved to have seen another bomb to Tutu. Now they were playing back. They were allowing us to get to eat inside. They were playing back, but you got to get him in open space, man. Like I said, you have Tutu in the slot. You have somebody on this side, Devontae, somebody who gets a lot of attention. Devontae or Saquon or Devontae or Puka, have him come like this and stop, natural screen Tutu's defender so he can go in front of him and then throw it to him and let him take off, zigzag. And the guys up here are blocking, looking to hit somebody. Down the other guys on the other side that went out. But it sucks that we lost, okay? But we did show that we could contain Saquon. Kuna Ford got his first sack. The defense ate. Verse was doing his thing. We knocked out one of their main guys on the offensive lineman. Their backup played horrible. We ran right in there, blitzed them. And then their backup came in, the other backup, the second backup, and he did a much better job. But I would have loved to have us gotten to Hurts later on in the game in the fourth quarter. I didn't like the prevent defense, letting the tight end just go right up the middle. But we should have needed that. We should not have needed that. But there's a lot of positives. The Rams were up 26-7, right? 26 unanswered points. That we were up by 19. And it still took 2 blocked field goals to have to win, even though they scored, got on track. Eventually, great teams will get on track. So there's a lot of positives. The thing that sucks is we lost. We're 2-1. We got to win this Colts game, and then we got the 49ers after that. So let's get into the chat. A lot of positives. But yeah, Stockton says, this was the most disturbing, disappointing, disgusting loss I've ever witnessed as a Ram. It was up there. Jacques Forty says, we had them really SMH. Yep. We had them. I was like, I knew this was going to happen. I knew this. I told you. But when you get to 26, you got to score more. Playboy Cardi had 1 block. That's 29. Playboy Cardi had another 1 block. That's 32 points. And then big man, and again, the Eagles made their plays. They made the plays, and we're stupid enough to do ole and let them get in to block it. And the big man scored the touchdown. It's a damn shame, man. But there's a lot of positives, man. We're frustrated for sure, but there's a lot of positives. Um, a lot of positives here. This was a touching moment here with um, uh, where to go. Well, let's just forget that for a second. Let's just we want to see somebody getting jacked. Here's Poona Ford's first sack.
Johnson out of the game at right tackle. Matt Pryor has replaced him. They blitz right over that right tackle spot and get there for the first sack of the day. Poona Ford, who the Rams are hoping Greg can.
And Stalker says, we dominated them. We are the better team. There's no doubt in my mind. Well, it was an extension of the playoffs. Okay, first of all, they scored. Stafford threw the stupid pick. He's a gunslinger. It happens. But then he righted himself. They scored 7 there, but it was like an extension of the Philadelphia game. Kyren Williams, Block Corum was eating him up. Kyren Williams was eating up Puka Nacua. It's like nobody's guarding him. Devontae Adams did his thing too. Tyler Ferguson. I don't know. Something was wrong with Higbee. Did you guys notice that? Like him and Stafford in the end zone were off. Like Stafford was like waiting for him to open up, and he wasn't himself. That's why we need to get Terrence Ferguson's butt out there. But yeah, we dominated them. They know it. But the W is all that counts, though. The W, that's all that counts. Stockton says we need a bigger corner, or this will happen in the playoffs. AJ Brown again. We really missed it. Well, we can double team AJ, chip him, but we'll have Killer Witherspoon, who's a taller, bigger player. But it wasn't. We wouldn't even needed that. The game was in hand. Stockton says that game made me want to puke. Yep, Puka Nacua. You would have been Puka Nacua. Barkley didn't do shit. Yep, he didn't do it. I told you. Listen, Landman, Poona Ford, these guys are they have a bitter taste in their mouth in Philly, and now they have a bitter taste in their mouth in the snow, the playoffs. Now they have more of a tartar taste. Man, we just knew that we won. Honestly, I really think that some of the players might have thought it was over, and you can't do that. Michael Martin says Saquon's 15 minutes are up. Cardi was 4 for 4. Playboy Cardi's the man, baby. He's the man. And then we couldn't get no help from the damn Arizona Cardinals, man. Really? But then Connor went out. They got a safety. Kyler Murray couldn't get a field goal, and they lost by 1 to the Santa Clara Crew. But the Atlanta Falcons lost. Remember, we have their draft pick. So that's a beautiful thing. We have that draft pick, baby. So that's one thing. And yep. Yeah, she says, and don't run it where Limmer is. Yeah, why are we running on the right side? I mean, I love Sean McVay. He's a heck of no one's perfect. And what are we doing? What are we doing out there? I want to give a quick shout out before we get any further to Clayton Kershaw, Stafford's best buddy, 2 world champion LA champions, and playing his last game in the regular season at Chavez Ravine. And here's a quick clip about that.
Matthew Stafford, they've got a big game this weekend, the LA Rams do. But it was important for you to be here, for your childhood friend, Clayton Kershaw, who you grew up with. Why was it important for you to be here, Matthew?
I got to see this guy at the beginning, and being able to see him do it now for so many years here in LA has been incredible. I didn't want to miss this. I'm just so happy it fell on a night that I could be here.
All right, you've known this guy since you were young. What's your favorite Clayton Kershaw memory?
Oh, man, too many to remember, but I'll just always remember playing baseball, playing catch with this kid way back in the day in Dallas, Texas, growing up, figuring out the sports world together, and those are my memories, man, the ones from when I was a kid.
All right, thanks. I think you've both done pretty well. Thank you, Matt.
And that's the LA champ talking about his buddy, another LA champ. My guy OJ Willie Bowen says Sean McVay should have went for it when it was 4th and 2. Yeah, and okay, listen, you guys know how I feel about Stetson Bennett. I told Stockton this. You guys remember Taysom Hill, right? With the Saints? Because he was more mobile than Drew Brees, Sean Payton would have some certain plays that he'd come in certain situations and he can shake and bake. Because Stafford, everyone's covered. That mobile quarterback helps you. So certain situations off the cuff, and we do it hurry up offense so they can't set up. Have Stetson because he's got a gun too. Now he's no Stafford, but he's got his own thing. He can be mobile and run the ball. I mean, 2nd and goal, bring him in. You play action, have him come to the side. If it's open, run it in. I would love for him to just do a package like that for the playoffs, certain games. That would help us because then that would catch them off guard because it sucks. Jalen Hurts, we everyone's covered, and then he just runs in. That makes it so much easier when you got a mobile quarterback. Stafford's not mobile, and so that would add a new wrinkle. So, but we still should have won even without that crap. But I'm just saying, what do you guys think? Put some plays in there for Stetson Bennett and for key situations. And if it's not there, just throw it away. Don't do nothing stupid. Yes, indeed. But we also need to get Tutu Atwell the ball. Willie Bunn says, I hate the Philadelphia Eagles. Yep. Rams Don says, hey, McVay, stop being scared. They couldn't stop us. Stop the run. Yep, they couldn't. Yeah, she says, bang, bang, 49ers think they're Cadeters gang. And unfortunately for them, Nick Bosa tore his ACL for the 2nd time, and he's out for the season. The other time was in 2020, and he went out the 2nd game of the season. And then they got to pay him $42 million next year. So, man, that sucks. Injuries suck. Yeah, she says, a 16-7 lead reflects how good the Rams were playing in the first half. Should have been 28. Yep, I was saying it should have been way more. When I was talking to Stockton, Rams Don says, bring on the Whiners and take back first place. We got to get the Colts first. Got to get the Colts. It's a trap. But the Colts are playing good, man, because I know we're looking forward to the Niners. The 30 years. Willie Bones says, LA Rams offense plays should be focused on getting into the red zone. We need to get into the red zone and into the end zone. Yes, indeed. Yes, she says the NFL has the worst referees. That's saying a lot with the NBA being out there. Yeah, man. You don't call Puka Nacua for that play, man. It's a big game. There's no way that you can say, hey, Puka, I'm going to have to flag you the next time. No flexing in front of the other players, okay? And he can explain himself. Oh, okay. Now the referees know, too, because he's got a good reputation. It's not like it's Ndamukong Suh or Fred Warner out there. You Fred Warner if you forget. I remember, I think in the championship game where he smacked Matthew Stafford in the back, and it wasn't called on a play where I think it was interception or something or a turnover. The Rams says, breaking news: referees missed another DPI on Puka. They grabbed him by the jersey in that sideline play. Rams Johnson says AJ pushed off. Yeah, he pushed off in the end zone, but they didn't call the Devontae ones. It wasn't as bad, but yep. But I didn't like the flop. I wish I had the video so I could show you. But yeah, when it was this score, I was like, man, I feel good, but it should be way more. I mean, you had the Philly fans booing and, ooh, Philly sucks. Oh no, we suck again. Oh man, the game was just something else, man. I thought I saw everything. And that's what's so great about this game is you never know. We're gonna need this fella. I don't know what happened to Big Rig, but he was inactive. Hopefully he'll be. Oh, I didn't realize that Stetson Bennett. That's why we couldn't do anything. Well, he didn't have any place for anyway, but he was inactive too. Stetson Bennett, interesting. Interesting. Huh. I hadn't noticed that until right now. Usually some bad calls and beating themselves always go hand in hand. Yep. Red zone's offense is pitiful. It goes all the way back the last couple of years. The red zone. Willie Bowen says LA Rams shouldn't rely on field goals. I hate it on the road, Willie Bowen. I hate it anyway. But even with the field goals, we still could have won. Block. Here, let me show you. Hold on. This is going to be painful for us. Hold on. And then you have the Eagle fans all giddy, man. You know damn well they were throwing the remote at home. But they won. They did win. They thought that Saquon was going to go for another 200 yards again, and it didn't happen. Hold on. Hold on. Here we go. The guy that I can't stand is Sirianni, man. I can't stand that dude, that coach. But props to him, he won. Hold on. Damn shame. The other thing too is on fourth down. They went for it on fourth down and then pass it, and we let them get the touchdown to even get closer. We would have closed it out there. Come on, man, get closer to the guy. Okay, here we go. Here's the damn block.
Oh, why can't we have peace? Can't we have peace all the time? Faith and inspiration.
I'm not going to show the rest of that shit. I didn't have the Jalen Hurts one. I'm not going to worry about it. And then, too, here's that fourth down play. Fourth down. Hold on, let me set it up. This is fourth down, people. Okay? Fourth and goal. If we stop them right here and get the ball back, we win the game. Okay? Get your ass on the receivers. Here, let me run this real quick. Hold on, let me set this up. Okay, ready? Here we go.
He'll look to throw to the sideline. It's Smith.
Forbes Jr. What are we doing? What? And here I am talking shit about the Seahawks defensive back letting Tongue, whatever his name is, the Brock Purdy threw a duck in the end zone, and the tight end, the backup tight end, Tungus, catches it. The DB's like going for this, but he's going backwards, and Tungus catches in front of him. What are you doing, man? It's here. And I know, listen, I know you don't want to get burned. Okay, look, hold on. Let me pause it. Look. Okay, look. It's fourth and goal, okay? You're right on the 4-yard line? You can put your hands on the receiver within 5 yards, correct? Freaking get him off balance and cover the dude, man. But look what he does. He goes for the okey doke and the inside-outside move.
He'll look to throw to the sideline. It's Smith.
Here, look. Hold on, damn it. Hold on. And again, we shouldn't have had to worry about all this crap. We should not. Here. Let me see. Hold on. Okay, here we go.
He'll look to
No, did
throw.
he put a hand on him? Let's see. Hold on, let me move this real quick. Did he put a hand on him? Okay, so it looks like he did. Okay, I feel a little better. Hold on. Okay, so he did. He put a hand on him. Okay, good. Wasn't strong enough though, I'll tell you that. At the very least, put an inside hand on him and then run with him to the outside. So that way you know that he's not going to go inside because you gave him enough physicality. So anyway, again, here we go.
He'll look to throw. To the sideline. It's Smith.
All right. Ralph Johnson, the offensive line, the offense holding when Kyron Williams, 23, was already in the end zone. Yup. Yeah, she says they were picking up our blitz in the second half. Yup, they definitely were. There was one blitz where Quentin Lake was late and really slow to try to get in. I was like, what are we doing? Yep, I'm pissed off too. Yeah, she says, was the Vladi Divac flopping on the AJ Brown TD catch? Yeah. Here, let me see if I can find that for you. Hold on. Oh, here's that run play. Look at this run play. We all know, but come on, man. That's not it. Hold on.
He'll look to throw.
My video. Where'd you go? Hold on. There we go.
Defense and get vertical.
It is Williams, and it is blown up. No chance. Williams, and it is Williams.
Look at the outside.
Vertical.
It is Williams, and it is blown up.
It's a get vertical.
It is Williams, and it is blown up. No chance.
But there's a lot of positive. We should have won this game. Okay, here it is. Look at this. Was that LeBron James? Sorry, LeBron. Look at this.
Identifying him.
Second down. Brown, end zone. He's got it for the touchdown.
Hold on.
Second.
Identify.
Let me set it up again. You get a better look at it. Make a play, man. Come on, man. You got it. He's like stealing your candy. Here we go.
Identifying him.
Second down. Brown, end zone. He's got it for the touchdown.
Really, dude? I mean, I'll tell you what. If I'm out there and I'm one of these all-world athletes, and you're trying to come in you're trying to score a touchdown on me, you might use your speed and beat me, but if I'm able to get my hands on you, you're going to feel it. Oh, man. And he's strong. He's going to push you off, but come on, man. And then you're going to act like you're. I know he's trying to get the penalty because but that was too like playing the victim, man. Like Ralph John says we are still one of the top. Yep, we definitely are. There's a lot of good positives, but I'm venting as well with you guys. Yeah, she said when Goddard caught the pass for the touchdown, I began to get worried, even though we were up. Yeah, they scored way too fast. I'm like, why are we going to hurry prevent defense already? Yep. Second bit, 16-bit says go Rams or lose. What's up? Go Rams, win or lose. What's up, Amelia? Hope everyone is good. Rudy, you make a lot of good points. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Rams John says both of us whiners better be ready to come Thursday. Are you telling me there's not going to be no Bosa trying to pass rush Stafford? Easy money. No, I'm just right. We got to win all the games left, man. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, she says, "What do you think we should do about our cornerback problem? They are manhandling Williams. We brought a guy in, but he's a small guy too. They don't grow on trees. We'll be okay." Let me just say it this way: a big cornerback's always great. I love drafting big cornerbacks with skill sets and good speed. Um, we just have to figure out, if we're going to double team better. Even if he's a big cornerback, double team him. He's the guy that killed us. He's pushing guys out. He was like a man amongst boys, and I appreciate that. If you got to do it, that's like Puka on the other side. Double team him, take him out. What did Bill Belichick do? We took out Saquon, right? And this guy's killing us. Before he scored that touchdown, make adjustments. Double team him. He's not going to hurt us. This other guy, if he hurts us, okay, but he's not going to be pushing dudes. If he beats us we just have to and blitz better. But we shouldn't have had to worry about it. Basically, we're trying to win the game twice. We blew them out. We took the foot off the gas pedal. We didn't score in the red zone, and then now we did technically. We beat them again. They came back, started making some plays finally, right after we took the foot off the pedal. They scored the touchdown to get closer, 21. They took the lead, right? And then they blocked our kick, so we beat them twice technically, but we lost because we got it blocked. How many times you got to beat the same team? Yes, indeed. Sega B says Kyrie Williams picked up some decent yards. Yeah, he played really good. Corum did too. Monster says, did you see the footage of the center? Yeah. The one thing about the center, though, too, I complained about that, too, is that's kind of like he does on all the kicks because as soon as he hikes it, they're already past him. But I told Stockton, why doesn't he lean to the side? But we didn't know that was going to happen. It's the other guys that they need to adjust the other guys. Man, what are they, especially on that last kick, what do you think the other team's going to try to do? Block it. They're trying to block it on all kicks, but at the end of the game, you're lining up with like 4 seconds left. What's the other team going to try to do? Maybe block it. You have your best. You get the foresight, and if I didn't see it, I wouldn't have believed it. Ramdas is a few inches higher, and we have a whole different conversation. Yep. Monster It says, I was so upset for calling Hurts one of the greats. He didn't win that game. He made a few good throws in the game, and he's a 2-time Super Bowl champion, so we just give him that and then just let it go. We're used to our guy Stafford, man. They're good in their own. They're good in different ways, but man, we gotta score in the freaking red zone. But yeah, I understand what you're saying for sure. Socrates Rudy was talking about putting in Jimmy G for mop-up duty. It was right. Tell me it wasn't on trial. I mean, when it was 26-7, and we all know that it should have been bigger. I was already. That's what I expected. I expected everything happened exactly except for the way it ended. The way I thought. I thought that the Eagles were going to score late, maybe a field goal, but not 2 touchdowns to get closer. But I thought that we were going to win comfortably, right? And we were going to contain Saquon, and we were going to get some strip sacks. I didn't know they were going to not know how to block. I didn't realize that they weren't going to try and score touchdowns, not go for it on 4th down, and then when they do go for it, have a dumb play running to the right with no Dotson. Scarlet Blue says, I'm not glad of any loss. All of us will agree to that, but glad a loss like this happened in week 3. Yep, I got you. This is a wake-up call that we a lot of younger guys hope management will finally address the cornerback position. Yeah, we didn't draft a guy. Oh, by the way, let's pour some salt in the wound. right? Let me show you guys something. Hold on. Let me show you something. Check this out, okay? Remember how we were leaving guys unprotected? You know, we had such great talent. Chris Paul was left unprotected. The pancake maker, Lampkin, was taken by the Eagles, this team that just beat us. If anything, you want to blow their ass out because they took a guy that was injured. It was a gentleman's non-written rule that you don't do that. None of the other teams claimed Lampkin, but they did. And we're going to have kid gloves for them? Come on, man. But anyway, hold on. Let me get to my point. I'm ruthless, man. Did I ever tell you guys that? Well, you guys probably, I think I said it in an early live when I first started my channel. I'm so ruthless and I hate the 49ers so much that when Jerry Rice was going to the Seahawks or to the Raiders, as a Ram fan, say I'm the owner, I would have signed Jerry Rice. The press conference comes only to rip up his contract. You'll never, are you kidding me? You will never wear blue and gold. See ya. Oh, man. Matter of fact, John Taylor, he's the one who actually killed us. Hold on. Let me show you what I was going to. I would never let you wear Rams colors. Hold on. Let me see. Hold on. What am I doing? I just thinking about that, how I would be so satisfied as a Rams owner to do that to them. And I know it's Bush League, whatever. Who cares? I don't like them. Hold on. Do not like them. Same thing with the Patriots. I hate the Patriots as much as I hate the Niners almost because of the 2 Super Bowls. Yeah, by the way, the Falcons got shut out. So remember I was telling you that possibly get a great pick. They got shut out. They're 1-2 and almost no hope. Thank you, Raheem Morris. You're beautiful, and thank you for Nate Landman too, by the way. Hold on, where's it at? There it is. Okay, so I'm looking for the Saints game. 44-13. The Saints, right? This is what I wanted to show you. Hold on, if it lets me do it. They beat the Saints, and the Saints come marching in. Here we go. Okay, this is what I want to show you. Watch. Hold on. We're talking about the cornerbacks, right? Hold on. Hold on. Ready? Share screen. Share screen. Let me make this a little bigger. Okay. Hold on. Let me see how it looks on your side. Okay. You see this fella here? Darian Kendrick, who's Seattle. Couple of Rams personnel, executive and coach claimed, they got Darian Kendrick. You see where it says 1 interception? He also had a pass breakup. Oh, righty. It's like the Lakers. The Lakers would have a guy that couldn't hit the side of a barn. But he'd go to another team and he'd be lighting it up against the Lakers. Yeah, she says, I hope the Rams take it out on the Colts. Yeah, I think they will. I mean, remember I was telling you when Stockton was saying I'm worried about the last team who do we play? Who do we play again? It was too easy. Houston. No. Hold on. I was gonna bring up something else, and then I short circuited myself. the Titans, um, they will always remember the night that they played the Los Angeles Rams. Um, he was saying it could be a trap game because we have the Eagles next, but I'm like, no, we're a good team, and that showed we are, but we can beat ourselves. We're so good. Starts this game will make us have to go to Philly now in the playoffs. Yep, but I don't whatever. To me, this sucked, but to beat the man, you got to beat the man. I'd rather beat him at home. I'd rather beat him on their fucking field. Eagles are scared. Yes, indeed. F the ponies. RM. Burrow Star versus Rudy. What's good, my brother? We lost against the Eagles, but we can be ready for the Colts. Yep. We lost against the Eagles, but we showed a few things. We can contain Saquon Barkley. We can still get to that great line. We can still get to Jalen Hurts. We need a big cornerback, and that's where Killer Witherspoon's on our team. He's just hurt. He'll be back for the playoffs. But next time we know we got film on it. Remember, I was telling you, some of these games we want to win them all. But it's good that we get film on it, see what they did against us, what worked, the damn film on the field goal kickoffs, field goals, blocking. All that will work for us in the end. So I can root for Tampa to beat Philly. We have to finish with a better record. Yep. Love it. We will see the Eagles again. Yes, indeed. Scarlet and Blue says it's better to play in Philadelphia anyway, as the Rams play better on the road there. That's one thing we travel well. Our defense in Stafford. Stockton says Stafford actually played like dog shit. He missed 4 or 5 throws, easy throws. Isn't it funny that a lot of quarterbacks miss throws around the league, but we're so used to Stafford. He usually hits that. Damn it, and it is true. Philly plays Tampa next, and Tampa Bay gives them fits. They have been bended, and they have been bending, and eventually will break. Love it. Soccer says, no, it's better to play a playoff game in Philly. Yep. Oh no, it's not better. I don't care where it's at, man. Honestly, I understand what you're saying. The snow, I don't care, man. I'm just. I saw Jim Everett go to Philly, beat him with the freaking wind and fog. I saw Jim Everett go to the New York. I mean, whatever. If you're good, I'll beat you. Whenever I'm so competitive, let's go to your house and play Madden or something. I understand what you're saying, but we'll beat them wherever. Round says Cam Newton and all of the experts are hating. Like I told you guys before, it don't matter what they say. I know what my team can do. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter what you think to the experts. But yeah, I know what my team can do. We should have put Quentin Lake on AJ Brown. It's a good thought. Shock 40's Philly will fold soon. Love it. Scarlet and Blue says, yeah, it is when they play in LA, they don't have the edge. Yes, indeed. I mean, it's always good to play at home for sure. But like for me, if we lose the home field advantage, I'm saying I still want it. But if we lose it, we can still beat them. I agree. We can beat the Eagles. No question. We beat ourselves. Yep. And they're a great team. Don't get me wrong. I'm not sliding them. They're the Super Bowl champions. But I don't give a damn. And McVay can still learn too. The Rams Don says, I wish we could play them again before the playoffs. Yep, I know. Imagine if we were in the division. But they're in the NFC East. Scarborough's Lake can't cover AJ Brown every game. AJ is too physical for any of the quarterbacks. Yeah. I would like just for the length, but you still got to double team them. The issue is if we don't sweep our division, something is wrong. Shock 42, Ravens lost. Oh, snap. The Ravens, man, do you think they'll ever win a Super Bowl with Lamar Jackson? Murray's cheeks. Mo cheeks. Stock says, I'm sick of Bo Limmer. He has cost us 2 huge. I know, isn't that right? I'm over his ass. Kershaw the GOAT. I'm catching him in the chat. Hold on, let me come down. Let me come down and catch up. Sorry. A Niner fan who didn't play nobody is happy about 3-1. Okay. John Bomber says Rudy is back. Rumble failed to take Rudy off the air. The Tetonas. DHP said, did Stetson Bennett fall off the bench? Why is he injured? I don't know. I just saw that he was maybe he had personal reasons. Hopefully everything's okay. I didn't see that anywhere else except for when I just posted that little thing. Ram John says, Philly's kick return is shaky. Yeah, we were doing the knuckleball. Cardi was doing the knuckleball. That was another great thing that we did. Listen, everything was working perfect until it didn't. Cardi was doing the knuckleball kicks to them, and they couldn't catch it. They'd have bad field position, and we'd eat it up. But we couldn't put it in the end zone and take advantage of it fully. The issues, I think the code could have been 0-3. It would have been a trap game. I think the Colts would have been, yeah, the Colts got you. Let's see. All right. When we scored this touchdown, I thought it was over. I really did. When we were 19-7, I thought it was over. But this touchdown, and then Kyrie Williams, it has the little whatever you call it, dancing step. That was hilarious. Check this out.
The one problem for the Rams in the first half, they couldn't score once they got into the red zone. Here they go to Kyron Williams. He's in for the touchdown. Play action, one play.
I thought it was over. We did that little step. Oh man. Let's see. This one right here. They're right by saying the title of this video, Don't Blink. Boom, shakalaka. Check this out.
Call your best plays.
So 3 yards on that first play. Hurts gets pounded. The ball is out. And the Rams will fight for it at the bottom. Nate Landman, it looks like, has it.
And listen, the Rams have no problem going to Philly and bullying them. That's Jalen Hurts, man. And he took some shots. Soccer says AJ Witherspoon shut down AJ Brown in the playoff game. He had 2 catches. Oh, great comment. Yep, yards got you. Ramjohn said there's some sorry whiners in the chat. How's the basement done? No, they're in first place. God bless them. We'll let them hold our spot for a second. They can hold our spot. They can hold our spot for a second. Here's Matthew Stafford on how will we respond?
Yeah, I got no questions or no concerns about how we'll respond. Bunch of guys that care about each other, care about doing the stuff the right way, understand that our process is, trust that process that we have week in and week out going to work. Come with the same mindset whether we won this game or lost this game. We got another one next week, big time opponent, and got to be ready to go.
Talking says nobody's worried one bit about the whiners. They ain't got no Bosa no more. They don't got no Ayuk. They had to switch their kicker, who to his credit is making kicks. Mac Jones is over there taking Purdy's spot. But yeah, man, I mean, props on you guys being 3-0. You surprised me. I mean, I wasn't expecting the Seahawks defender to not catch that interception that Brock Purdy threw up on a silver platter to Tongas. I was not expecting the Saints wide receiver to drop the ball in the end zone, and then for Kamara to have the ball by his head, and Fred Warner comes along and grabs the ball off of his head to win the game. 2 close games. And then I wasn't expecting Connor, the running back for the Arizona Cardinals, to get hurt and having the Arizona Cardinals lose by 1 point, who, by the way, they were on their way to beat you guys again, and they swept the Niners last year. The Arizona Cardinals swept the Niners last year, and they were on their way to beating them a third time. Hold on, this deserves this. Hold on. So I don't blame you for being so excited about being in first place after 3 games. It's been a while. It's been a long time. Hold on. My clip is too far. Oh well. Oh, there it is. But yeah, congrats though. You guys, a W is a W. Ram Johnson, sorry ass fools beat the Saints, Seattle Saints and Cardinals for real. Don't brag about that. Yeah, they're 3-1. I tell you this: if the 49ers, the way they are now, even if they had all their guys, but the way they are now, if they played Philadelphia, they would have been over by halftime. Doctor's Cupcake schedule Cupcake schedule gives Weiner fans hope. That means nothing. They're just hurting their draft. There are no real threats to win anything. The schedule, the reason why they have the schedule, because they came in last place last year, and that's the rewards of that. But really, I mean, we understand that the Niners have no chance at winning the Super Bowl. You're gonna have a good record, possibly, maybe. I don't think so still. And for what? You're just gonna be out in the first round. The Packers will probably get revenge on you guys. John Bomber says, Debo Samuel had a great game for Washington. San Francisco is losing their stars one player at a time. It won't be long before everybody on the team is gone, and they'll be at the bottom. You know, Eddie DeBarlo Jr. used all the wishes from the genie lamp on that beach one time in the 80s. He used up all the wishes, and it shows. 1994. This reminds me of 1994. The Rams, Don says, Winers love the number 3. One, they're 3-0, losing 3 straight Super Bowls, and they haven't done shit in 30. Oh, love it, love it, love it. Okay, forget about the Santa Clara crew. Let's get to this here. Puka Nacua. Oops, what happened? What happened? There we go. Puka Nacua is racking up the numbers. 18 catches through week 2, leads the NFL. Puka is putting up numbers. 89.9 career receptions, second in the NFL. Justin Jefferson. He's amazing, man. The guy's amazing, unstoppable, and I'm glad he's a Ram. Also, too, Matthew Stafford, Glock 9, soon to be Hall of Famer, and also soon to be a Super Bowl champion quarterback this year, is 9th on the all-time passing list. Career passing touchdowns, 418 is Ben Roethlisberger. He's the next one. So props to Glock 9. Let me grab this guy here. And then here's it wasn't a clip, but it was a picture. Jared Verse, high school teacher, who's an Eagle fan, but it's okay, was in the stands, and they took selfies. That's pretty cool. That's a classic moment. It's just football. That means much more. Seeing her student being in professional sports, amazing. DJ Fona says, "What's up, Romelia? So mad after this loss. All the Niner Raider fans and Cowboy fans calling me after the. Why are they calling you those three teams after the defeat? Some of my Eagle homies actually called me not to make fun, but to give props. No, Eagle fans, a lot of them are giving props because they beat us again. I mean, it's the third straight time, but they seen a difference in the last two games, so it's okay. It's a regular season. It sucks to lose to them, but we got bigger fish to fry, and we'll do it in the right time. Noxium07 says, although the Rams lost the game to the Eagles, I'm glad the Rams put up a really good fight. Rams get the win the next time we meet. Who's host? The Rams house, and it wasn't even exactly right, but it wasn't even put up a good fight. We were blowing them out. we just didn't. We just didn't finish it. Finish them. We didn't finish them. The issues of the Niners are the 21st century Cubs. 49ers, is that the name of the team, or is that the amount of years it takes to win a Super Bowl? Oh, God bless them. But yeah, it was. Oh, check these pictures out. Sean McVay after the game was so angry. Yeah. Oh, people doing AI to our players, man. It's something else. Hold on. Look at Puka. It's crazy the stuff they can do, man. I'm assuming that's AI. I mean, I know it's not them for sure, real, but I'm assuming they did that AI. Look at Devontae. Look at Tay. And then here's a Glock 9 right quick. Oh. That's hilarious. But yep. And also too for Win 87. These shirts, the gear's coming soon. I'll be announcing soon any day now. We'll see. This is for 187. Hold on. Where'd you go? Well, bye. Oh, God bless you. Jockford is life and death against Kyler. Ah, it's crazy. All right, guys, I'm gonna call it a night. I'll see you guys on Wednesday. We'll give you some news about the injury report. If the Rams bring in another quarterback, I'll bring it to you. Stocker says, Rudy, have you wore your new jersey on the stream? No, I haven't done it. I probably won't wear it until we go to the game. Maybe I'll wear it the night before we go. But and bless you for that. John Bauer says, it was such a strange game that even our coach got put on an injury reserve. Yeah, broke his what is it, fasciitis, whatever it was, fanchire or whatever it was. Yep. All right, well, we'll see you guys on Wednesday, guys. Stock is Rudy ran out of steam. I haven't ate dinner yet too. But yeah, I'm here a good hour, 8 minutes. All right, guys, I appreciate, love each and one of you guys. We'll see you guys on Wednesday, 7:05 or 8:05. Check the alert. Appreciate you guys. 187. Good luck to you, man. At 3-0. Appreciate you. As we always say, may the Romelia be with you. And Romulators, mount up. All right, guys. Talk to you later. Okay, I'll talk to you about that. All right, Stockton. Have a good one. What's up? Talk to you guys.